Alright, so it's been a day. This hive swarmed. I'm starting with this one because this swarmed about an hour and a half ago. So luckily I got them. I hope. They're in a nuke box over there. Not before I dropped the nuke box onto the ground or knocked it over somehow. But yeah, they didn't get away, but they definitely yeah, so I will probably move that to John's on Sunday just to hopefully get them to stay there. This one I'm going to pull this extra super I threw on there, just try to give them more space and try to slow them down. It obviously didn't work, so there's no point in it being on here anymore. So that'll come off. That's actually maybe all I do, because at this point there's a capped queen cell in the bottom, and actually that is what I'm going to do on this one. There's a capped queen cell in the bottom. I don't want to monkey around. I just need to stay out of this one for a while. Get off. And get the bees back in the box and let them doing their thing, because this still isn't drawn out enough. Well, fuck. But we just lost half the bees. You know what, that's... I wonder. There's still a fuck ton of bees in here. Maybe it is worth keeping that super on. Let me pop off that next box and just take a peek at it. Hey, I'm going to pop off of this. See, this still has more bees in it than I would thought, with the swarm just happening, and this thing is so full. Holy smokes, that's so heavy. Probably could harvest some of this now. Yeah, probably could. Hell, I could probably... You know what I might do? Talking to myself, mostly. Trying to figure out if I want to potentially... Oh, that one's got dick all on it. Trying to figure out if I want to maybe pull some of these supers, because at this point with them swarmed, they're not going to fill them very... Oh, that's got dick all on it. Okay, I'm going to go do bee stuff, which I'm already doing. It's not all caps, so yeah, we can probably leave it. But do I leave the super back on? Not a lot of bees now, because half of them just left. Maybe I'll leave it on. Don't want to get in the brood chamber just because that's asking to mess with the mama queen that's just about to pop. What I might do is go ahead and checkerboard some frames, then I might as well do that and leave the box on. So, empty frame. Well, it was already an empty frame anyway, I guess. So let's pull some of these fuller frames. Well, hold on, tell you what, let's take a peek at that next box just to see how many bees are in there. I'm not going to get into the brood chamber, but I want to take a peek inside it, because this thing was so damn full of bees, they still might be able to rip and draw out a decent honey crop. It was so big. I mean, the swarm was not tiny. Whoa. Man, that always happens. Yeah, those look fairly full. So, alright, let's think. What are we going to do here? Maybe I'll just put it back together and let them rip. My only concern is that maybe inducing robbing, but this time of year it shouldn't happen. Alright, let's just put it all back together and cross my fingers, because this one I need to leave alone for a while anyway, just because of what's going on with them. I still might checkerboard some of this, because this box is drawn out really almost completely, so if I take it and still swap out a couple frames in that next box. Let's see, how am I going to do that without breaking my ass? Set it over here. Where's my... checkerboards? I don't know if it'll work given we just lost half the hive, but I didn't bother smoking these gals. Now I realize it because they are in my face, but just let them. Let's see. Okay, I'll stick an empty in there where that one was. Yeah, that has a ton of honey drawn out in it. I mean, if I weren't exhausted after the whole catching a swarm, not sleeping last night shit show that has been the last couple hours, I could maybe harvest some of this, but I'm just not. Right now I am just not. So I checkerboard the shit out of these and see what I can get to happen. May work, may not. There's several of these that are just packed. So if I can get them to cap it off and do their thing, might as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so that box is full. I could do one more here of checkerboarding. Ouch. And then I'm gonna get it back together because they're starting to get hot. The sound is rising, and here's where I really am probably asking for now let's just call it that before I get in trouble. Put that one back on top, put all this back together, and I have to do some research and figure out when it should come back. Probably, I mean, that was a cap queen cell, so a week ago it was Cap's queen cell, so she's probably going to emerge soon if she hasn't already. But then I need to wait, like, can't remember. Need to wait after she emerges. You gotta wait, she has to kind of mature, and then yeah, I can't remember. I have to look it up. Let's see. But I'm up there. I'll say there's a wait period before you just hop back in there. I can't remember what that is, because I try to prevent that from happening, but here we are. Didn't work. I mean, the good news is there's still a shit ton of bees in there, relatively, and ton of honey. So they did good work before they decided to. Can't tell if that box is. Looks like there's a gap there, but I don't know if it's a real gap or that one. It rained and they didn't freak out, so it's probably fine. Alright. That damn thing's tall. Alright, GoPro, stop recording. This was the split. That was the package from last year. This is the split. That's gonna pop. Ugh, I hate that, because they hate that. They don't like that at all. Oh, there's a lot of bees up there. Yeah, brain, think, split. Yeah, this was a split from earlier this year that has the new queen in it from Honey and Bee Coat Connection. I call them Honey and Bee Coats, Honey and Bee Connection, really. Alright, guys, I'm gonna shake you down into there just because I don't want to. Alright, now we're back to just regular inspection time. This one, I don't think had any swarm traps last time. My brain's so fuzzy after the swarm catch today. But they also hadn't done a lot on this super, which is kind of annoying. Drawing that one out a little bit. That may have been an older one. Drawing that out. Drawing that one out. That one. And that's about it. So hop out of here. There's no point in being in there anymore. Getting the brood chamber. See what we see. Won't be there long. I mean, there's just no point, especially after the day we've had. Alright, gals. I want to find brood. Then we'll do a box turn to make sure we don't have any queen cells. And we'll be done. So, make all those happen if you would. Look out. Don't want to squish you, but you're in the way. Do need to put some traps back in. I realized after the fact last time I'd forgotten several of them because I was pissed and frustrated and such. Shit ton of bees here. I see tons of cat brood over here, so let's just pull one frame here and then we'll scoot to the middle and then get out of here, because I think this one may be the one where there's brood on the... Yeah, this is one that had that wonky. Tons of drone brood on it, but it was only on the outer frame, so some of it, yeah. So let's see what we got here. Next one, if I recall, had, yeah, cat brood on it. Go slow, go slow. Yeah, I know you won't want me here. To be honest, today I don't want to be here. Oh, tons of pollen, some cat brood. Same. Alright, let's scoot to the middle a little farther and see what we can see here, rather than farting around every frame. No value in doing that. That one has a ton of cat brood on it. Look out, there's a small hive beetle that needs to, damn it, die. Yep, kill the bee in the process. Sorry, gal. It's for the good. King and country. Okay. Tons of cat brood and a damn queen cell. Emergency cell, maybe. It's up high. We're gonna go ahead and now see if it's charged. It's hard to tell. I don't think so. No, it's dried out. So hopefully just an emergency. Let's see what else we got here. Could look for the queen here, but that's so much. It's so full of brood. She's probably not here. All right, look out, gals. Bruh. Oh, there's some larvae. Older larvae, but larvae. Tons of it on that frame. More over here. Tons of young larvae there too. Yep, we're done. That's all I got to see. Do I have a good laying queen? It appears so. Time to stop. We'll do a little quick box turn to make sure I don't have any swarm cells. I mean, if I do, then we may back up and do more, but we'll see. Alright. But for right now, let's just do that real quick, and then same in the bottom box, and then we'll get out of here. Alright. Up seat, forward. Oh, that looks clean. I mean, clean relatively. I don't see swarm cells. Obvious ones. No danglers. So, alright, let's set these gals over here. We'll do another box turn here. I'm not even gonna pull frames. You know what I might do? I thought about doing. They were struggling to draw this one out. Let me pull the frame here. They were struggling to draw this out. I might flip, because they have a tendency to go up. So if I flip them, maybe that'll help rotate the boxes, is what I'm saying. Trying to say. Not doing a very good job of it. Because several of these frames are just not drawn out at all. The ones that were bulbing out with honey that I just scraped. Yeah, they just aren't drawing these out hardly at all, which is wild. Sorry, girls, I'm just drowning you in your own honey there. I think I'm gonna try that because all the broods up there. I don't see any down here. So I may flip them. We're at the what the hell not stage of beekeeping after today. Let's see what we got underneath. Oh, that didn't weigh anything. Didn't have anything in it. Much resources, much anything. Yeah, we're gonna flip them because that's not getting drawn out at all. Brr, brr. All right. Don't fall out, please. Here. No. Yeah, that's just full of brood. So, yeah, we'll see if this works. If it does, awesome. If it didn't, hopefully no harm, no foul. But they're starting to not like me though. So it's time for me to leave. Oh shit, I forgot to put the damn traps back in there. Stick the one in the top and call it a day. They push them upwards anyway. Move. Move. Stop. Yeah, we'll see if that works. Do some beekeeping. Or trying. Be trying. Let's see how many of those were. Oh yeah, nowhere near. So I don't need a super yet, but we'll see. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, this is the other Demaree, which was the Nikki swarm. They looked good last time. I ended up flipping super boxes around and try to get them to do something. I think that was on this one. They did not have swarm cells. The brood chamber was packed. I mean, they had brood on the first frame. So I think what I'm going to do is add a second brood chamber. I mean, because it's, man, this is packed. Did I flip these last time? I can't remember. I'm just gonna look down the pipe. Draw. I mean, almost all those are drawn out. Let's pull one frame and then we'll see towards the middle, to the other side. See what we got. Look out, gals. Pull one that shouldn't be super drawn out, but might be. Oh wow, that one shouldn't be super drawn out, and it is. Shit, I hate when I do that. Squash the piss out of her. Oh yeah, look at that. That's gorgeous. I mean, brand new wax, almost full of honey. Going to be a banger honey crop. Assuming I don't get robbed or something stupid. All right, this damn thing's due a super. Unless I did the flip and this one's super light. Can't remember, but it still might need a super. Luckily, I have two. I was planning to save one for the 8 frame, but I may need it. That is sticky and stuck. Oh, so many bees. That is heavy. And that is completely full. That's mostly full. Holy smokes. Yeah, I could probably, I mean, a lot of it I don't think is capped yet, but we're close. Which means this thing's going to produce, there we go. Oh man, that one's full. That one was hard to lift. I do not envy the people who do all deeps. And this one's mostly full. This is one I think I brought down, so. All right. Get it out of the way. Take a quick look at the brood chamber. I'm going to add a super, but maybe just a honey super. It's going to depend on what the brood chamber looks like. unreal. This thing, thank you, Nikki, for seeing that swarm that I got, because they have been absolute going gangbusters. And the funny thing is they were a little behind the other hives first of the year, which meant they weren't, knock on wood, as swarmy. Look out, girls. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to look at a couple frames here, then we'll hop out. I just want to see. I've got 2 supers, so I might just add one as a brood chamber and one as a honey super. And I got 5 or 6 or 7 more supers in the. Oh, that's, look at that. That's wild. It's got, yeah, brood on the first one. I mean, it's those have gone and they've backfilled with nectar and pollen, but this thing is packed with brood, I think. So let's do this. I had not planned to do this, but I planned to just add that because I didn't think they'd have that drawn out by now, but they obviously do. So we're going to do a box tilt just to make sure I don't have any badness going on. And then we're going to put a brood chamber on top of this, put everything back, put another super on top of that. This thing's going to be 10 fucking feet tall. But who cares if it's producing honey and bees? That's the point. I'm surprised. I may have just jinxed myself, but these girls haven't superseded yet because I get the wonky comb drawn down, but it's just that same stuff we've seen before. Well, there's a queen cell. Not charged though, so yeah, we'll go ahead and flip them. We'll go ahead and give them a ton more space, and I don't think they're going to swarm. This is one time where single brood chamber might work. I just don't want to get cute with it because if I run out of room, I've run out of room. There's no going back from that. I gotta hope you get lucky and the swarm lands on your fence like the one today did. All right, let's get the honey. Let's see, which one do I want? I'll get the other one. This one's a hodgepodge of Dedant frames and waxed acorn from last year and maybe new acorns, a little bit of everything. So give them another brood chamber to work on. I mean, that's going to take a while. So maybe don't need the other super on top, but they're strong enough that they should be able to defend it, no problem. Again, famous last words. And I'm on a top super, so yeah. Wild. Oh, traps. Damn it. Keep forgetting those. Got the one in the lower box, but that's okay. Whoa, don't do that. Holy shit. Let's drop the whole trap into the below. All right. Okay. Still can't believe how packed this thing is. I mean, this box weighs. That box is still in. Yeah. Wonder if there's. What did I do last time? Well, I top super last time. That's how I got that one filled up, I think. So. Damn it. Just keep sticking to that queen excluder and then not lining up. I think the boxes are mostly lined up. Here we go. Well, maybe not. Precision when you got that damn heavy ass box on there is not a thing. Yeah, this thing's gonna be 10 feet tall. I'm gonna have to ratchet strap it down. Oh my god, that's heavier. I can't believe how heavy that is. That's full of honey. I think it says it's supposed to weigh 40 pounds. That's gotta weigh more. I mean, it shouldn't. Shit on a shingle. Yeah, because this one's almost completely drawn out and capped. It doesn't weigh quite as much, but it's close. Now they've got to draw out that brood chamber first, but frankly, they look strong enough to do both. All right. Good Lord. Yeah, I gotta get lower stands, which I'm gonna switch to all concrete blocks that are probably half that height or at least shorter than that. Hi, get off my face. Alright. Ton of bright white wax on the inner cover so that the flow is super on, which of course. Alright, so what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damn boxes on this thing. That is bananas. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, we're going to inspect from this side today because there's a shit ton of bees on that side because of caught swarm and caught swarm and caught swarm. One of those is mine from my hives. So, alright, let's get in here. I need to smoke these gals. They're a little cocky. Brr. Man, as I'm walking around between hives, ran in to get a drink, a bitch just stung me in the ear. That hurts so much more than I can express. Check the smoker, make sure it's not blowing some fire. These hadn't done a ton last time. Doesn't look like they've done a ton this time. And had a ton of swarm cells, so if they're still struggling and want to still make swarm cells, I'm just going to remove the queen excluder. I just don't want them swarming. So, I mean, there's only this one time where I have too much sun. And half the frames are drawn out, but those ones probably already had a little bit on it. Let's take a peek at one real quick. I got a couple bitches just in my face. Oh, that one looks good. Yeah, that one's gorgeous. I love those. But the one next to it has fuck all on it, so yeah. So they've drawn out some, but not anywhere near enough bees and or anything to warrant, excuse me, another box. So let's just check the brood chamber if they're as swarmy still as I think they might be. Because last time they had cap queen cells that I actually just accidentally ripped out by pulling the bottom box of the top box. If they've got that again, or even remotely like that, I'm gonna just give them more brood chamber to work with because they're not doing as well as I'd hoped. I don't want them to swarm. I'd rather put some brood up in a honey frame than swarm on me. Again, I didn't smoke them like a dummy. Make sure that's not fire shooting out. No, not yet. So, whew, man, my ear is screaming. Dumb bitches. Hate when they sting me in the ear. Alright, nothing in that. Knock on wood. I haven't seen a shit ton of small hive beetles this year, so. Alright. I mean, this is almost completely drawn out, so. I don't want to pull too many frames because I just want to see. Let's get one towards the middle. This one's fat. Let's get one towards the middle and make some room, and get one towards the middle that I can get to and see what we got there. Like I said, knock on wood, we don't have a shit ton of this is freaking honey galore. Gotta be careful here, I don't just soak them. Oh, look at that. That's crazy. Hate that's in the brood chamber. Oh well. Yeah. One next to it is not drawn out much, but it's fully capped, which is hilarious. Alright. Get a little space here, girls. Okay. Trying to go slow. Yeah. Some cat brood I just tore queen cell out. That was fully charged and capped, so I may under super. Just throw another brood chamber on the bottom. Try to slow them down. Because that's, yeah, I can look down in the box and see a cap cell I just ripped off. There's the rest of it. That's what I had last time. So let's pull another one here. These gals just, they want to swarm. So I got to try something to slow them down other than ripping out swarm cells once a week. There's another, several of them. Most of them are charged. Oh no, charged and not charged. But yeah, they're, I do not want to catch another swarm out of my own hive. I want to prevent it from happening. It was cool to get it, but it was also a pain in the ass. So, all right, next one's mostly honey. So we'll get out of here. I may pull one more frame that was sort of middle-ish if it had any brood on it, just to see about swarm cells, and then I'm gonna more swarm cells. Some of them charged. Here, I'll show you the camera. You can see they're charged. I probably ripped them. They were probably sticking below the frame, and I just tore them out as they may have been capped, but same thing happened last time, so I don't think they swarmed. So, see tons, well, is it larva or pollen? Yeah, we'll see. Worst case, if they have swarmed and I don't have a queen, I've got boxes galore of other bees I can always combine. Yeah, so let's just turn this box, look and see what we got underneath, and then we'll do something under super maybe. Bruh, janky tape. Definitely get rid of this 8-frame equipment. All right, so yeah, I'll just take that super that's there. Either pull that off or under super. Let's see. Yeah, I may just throw it. We'll see. Let's get the box off, then we'll figure it out. But they definitely are going to go if I don't do something. Zero down. Fucker's glued. Oh, there we go. How many bees are killing that? Brr. That's heavy as balls. Yeah, look at all those charged queen cells that I hit. This is probably got a couple that I didn't get. Oh, those three that yeah, 3 middle frames all had charged queen cells on them. There's one of them sticking down in between the boxes. So, got to do something. Now let's see what we got in here, and that will hopefully inform what that something is. Let's set my damn tool over here. Frame rest is there. Okay. Some small hive beetles, but those may just be really old. Yeah, it's funny. There's a fully. She just barely developed. She wasn't as developed as the one I scooped out last time. So let's pull frame of 2, and then we're gonna just stick a. I don't know if I should stick a super between them or underneath them. I mean, I've heard of. Also, may just do the. This box hasn't been drawn out much, same as the other one. Let me just flip these boxes, and then, it may flip the boxes and then leave the queen excluder on just as a test first, and then come back in a week. Let's do that, because why not? All right, so let's turn this, flip that to there, and then this to there. Queen excluder back on. Bingo, bango, bongo. Brr, brr. Yeah, sun's right in my eyes. I don't see anything obvious. Because like I said, they haven't drawn these out as much, so flippity doo dah. Set these gals. Oof, man, the spacing's tight here. Bruh, set these gals here for just a moment. Queenie, you down there? No. Can't tell. Just don't be on the edge of the box in a second. Alright, let's put these. Queen excluder, stick it. No, there we go. Down here. See if I can force them up into that other box. Same experiment, different box. And with capped queen cells, so slightly different experiment. These things are like, could you stop it? Shaking us around. I've still got to go through the boxes that are new swarms. I'm not going to bother with the one I just caught today because I saw all of them already. Shit. Yeah, there we go. And we'll put this on top. See if we can get that drawn out a little bit more and slow down the swarming. Whoa. And smash the shit out of some bees. Get out of the way. That'd be nicer, but this fucker stuck me on the ear. That hurts. And then now, top funky tin frame super back on. So, and we'll see how that goes. Fuck. Ear is still screaming over that fucker that stung me earlier. Move. Alright. Not gonna bother with the tape right now. Inner cover. So, a couple capped queen cells, 3 or 4, or not capped, but charged. They're gonna swarm, so we'll try the under supering / flipping boxes and be back in a week. Alright. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. Shit. Probably just lost all my audio. Check, check, check. Check, check. No? GoPro, stop recording. Alright, this is going to be a weird setup. This is a swarm trap that was basically 4 feet above where it is now. I'm going to put them in a nuke box. They moved in about a week ago, so I'm going to check on them, put them in a nuke box. Then I'll leave them here for at least the rest of this week. Next week, rather. And then I may take this one and the swarm that I caught today out of my other hive over to John's to double my tally over there. So effect 2, 4, 5. Yeah, that'll have me 9 hives. We're getting near the do I want any more hives point. I said 10 to 15, but gotta be careful we're not doubling too fast, because that's how you get in trouble with bee math. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is try to do, see if I can do this without effing with the bees or myself. We're gonna set this here. I need more space, damn it. Alright, I can't drop this whole thing on the ground. Scoot these girls forward just a smidge. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pull up these frames and take a quick peek, set them in there. That's going to be mostly it. I just want to look and see what they're doing. And it looks like they've drawn out several of the frames a lot already. Yep. That one not so much, but you can see over here, they're getting the work done. I haven't seen them bringing any pollen in yet. Doesn't mean they have it, just means I haven't seen it. Festooning like mad here. Yeah, they're drawing this out like crazy. This is just a pink one I got from Acorn. Just had some pink ones at the American or North American Honeybee Expo. Looking to see if I can find the queen, but I don't really care, to be honest. Like, hoping I see eggs or larvae. Can see some. That looks like pollen though, so maybe. It's hard to tell when it's a funky color. Yeah, so like I said, the goal is just to pop them in here and get them out of this wonky box, and then I'll set it up somewhere else to see if I can. Yeah, they're doing a decent job. A little bit of wonkiness, but that's to be expected. Yeah, they drew that almost completely away from the frame. Damn it. Well, that sucks. I'd put wax on it too, is an annoying thing. They've done a lot of, yeah, I can see tunnels underneath. Well, you can see there, it's starting to flop off. Damn it. Stupid bees. Well, let them do what they're going to do for now, and then at some point I'll shift that to the outer frame and slowly replace it. And then here they're just doing, I mean, that's beautiful. Doing it perfect. Same frame. Well, maybe not same frame. I mean, that's gorgeous. She was probably on that last frame, or she's in the box, so let's get out of here real quick. Nothing on this one yet, but yeah, they're a small swarm, is nothing, not a monster, but yeah. See if I can see her in there. Big ass drone. No, I don't see anything. I pulled this hive down last night before I went to bed. And then so that they could get reorientation flights to the spot where they're going to live for at least a little bit. Dummies, let's go. They are not cooperating. Make sure the queen's not there. See if I can get a shake. I just gotta be careful. I drop this whole damn thing. And I'm dropping sawdust on them, which I'm sure they love. Alright, that's most of them. I'll set this here, and the rest of them can figure it out. Alright. So, 5 frames in there. Vent side here. And then give them some juice. I do wish I'd have bought like 10 of these Nuke Pros at the North American Honeybee Expo, because this, I mean, I got 3 of them right here. I got one in the car. I got one somewhere else. I don't know where. You can't have enough. Straight up. Alright, that's it there. Till GoPro keep recording, because now I'm going to pop over here and look at these. This is the swarm I caught at the airport. Teeny tiny swarm, like a couple thousand bees probably. Actually, let me just turn that over and set it somewhere else. Oh, missed a couple bees there. Some of the, I mean, these are going to drift all over the place because there's just too many hives and too compact of a space. But yeah, so really small swarm, but hey, freebies. Nothing to that one yet. Huh. Good draw. Very good draw. Already got pollen in there. Alright, Mommy, you on here? Probably on the next one. Nothing on that side, but yeah. I mean, they're working. This had several of the double waxed frames from Acorn that I just bought the honey and bee connection a couple weeks ago, so I can't see anything here egg wise, but that beans are probably here. I mean, want to bet she's on this frame. Let's see if we can see the. This one or the next one, because there's only so many frames you can be on in this 5-frame nuke. This one I'll probably keep here as just a resource hive, because I've been wanting to do one of those. I originally planned to pull some frames out and make one, but this swarm made it not necessary. Thought I saw her there for a second, but no, I don't think so. She's probably unmated, which means she's tiny. because it's such a small swarm. They were probably an after swarm. Oh, there's these. Oh, there she is. Hey, baby girl. See if I can get that in front of the camera. Right there in the middle. She's decently fat. She might be mated already. That's awesome. See if I can get a picture of that without killing her or the bees. Keep it on her. Keep it on not dropping the frame. Where'd you go? There you are. Yeah, awesome. So we got a queen, and she looks pretty fat. I think she's probably mated. She didn't have a ton of room to lay, but they're working on that. Worst case, what I might end up doing is combining these two if one of them ends up queenless. So I did last time. It didn't work because I waited too long, but yeah. So rock on. Got a queen. That one I didn't check because I think they're smaller, which is wild. Didn't see, but they had more frames drawn out, so maybe they'll get there. All right, let's put the juice back on. Again, there's just bees every fucking where. It's comical. They'll eventually sit down and figure out which door is theirs, but right now it's like... All right, and that one's the... Just slide that over there. So that's the one I got out of the other hive this morning. I mean, they've got empty super frames in there that are double wax, so they'll probably draw the shit out of us. I'm hoping they will. Ruby! Fuck. Stop.